Hello my creatives, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to Jola Don't Crochets. In today's tutorial I'll be showing you how I crochet this beautiful bow, so stay tuned. So to begin this project, I am just going to be using some scrap yarn. I am also using a 5mm hook and my scissors. So let's get started. Alright, so we're going to start off by making a foundation chain of 61. So we're going to be making 61 chains. 3, 4, 5. I'm going to continue until I get to the 61st chain. So we now have 61 chains. And so what we're going to be doing is that we're going to skip in the second chain, we're going to skip the second chain, and in the third chain from our hook, we're going to be placing one double crochet, and then we're going to chain one, and then we're going to skip the next stitch, and in the other stitch we're going to place one double crochet. Chain one, skip the next stitch, and in the here we're going to place one double crochet, and this is the pattern until we get to the end, and I'll show you what to do next. All right, so we're at the end of our row and we have one stitch left, so we're just going to simply just place our hook in the stitch and place a half double and put a double crochet and just make a double crochet. All right, and then to begin row 2, we're just going to chain 2. Then we're going to turn our work, and instead of making a double crochet on the top stitch, we're going to place a double crochet here in our first space, chain 1, and then we're going to place another double crochet in this space here, chain 1, one double crochet in the next space. So we're going to continue this pattern until we get to the end of our row. As you can see, I've completed 5 rows of double crochet, and now it's time for me to create the bow. So I'm just going to join both sides together, or both ends together, and then I'm just going to attach my hook on the other side to create a slip stitch. I'm going to remove my hook, turn, and then I am going to, on each stitch, create a slip stitch on each side. So I'm basically connecting both ends, or both sides of my bow. So now I'm going to take my scissors, make a long tail like this, and then I'm just going to make 2 knots, 1, 2. I'm going to just turn this inside out. We're just going to make around 6 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the second chain from the hook, we're just going to make half double crochets going right across. Chain 2, turn. In the next stitch, we're just going to make half double crochets, I have completed 1 2 3 4 5 6 rows of half double crochet. So I'm just going to cut off my yarn and just make one knot, and then I'm going to just cut off the excess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my yarn needle to sew. I'm just going to cut off a generous amount to connect them together, to connect the middle part of our bow. Just making a knot here to secure. And you want to make sure that they're even on both sides. So you don't want to know that this side is bigger than this side and vice versa. And then now I'm going to take the centerpiece of my bow and I'm just going to gently place it in the middle here. And at the back, I'm just going to sew both ends together. And this is a very simple, easy project, very fun too, and creative. And then we're just going to make a little knot here and tuck away our end here as best as possible. And then we're just going to cut. And this is the back part of our bow. You can see. So we want to ensure that it is very neat. So both sides, as you can see, are even. Okay. So next we're going to move on to making the tail for our bow. So to make the tail for our bow, we're going to make 3 chains. One, 2, 3. And then we're going to double crochet in the stitch, in the next stitch here. So we're going to make a double crochet in this stitch here. And then we're going to make another double crochet in the next stitch here. Then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, turn, and then we're going to double crochet in the next space here, which is here. And then we're going to also double crochet in the next space here. And then in this chain 2 here, we're just going to make another double crochet. So we're going to chain 2 again. And then in the next space, we're going to make a double crochet. So this is one space. So we have 3 spaces at the bottom here. 1, 2, 3 on the previous row. 1 space at the top here, and then we're going to make another space. So it's double crochet in the next space. So that's 2 spaces. 3. And then in the next chain 2 stitch, we're going to create another double crochet. So we have 4 spaces on row 3. So for each row, additional rows, depending on how long you want your ribbon to be, you're going to continue making 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets on each row. So each row will have 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces because we have stopped increasing at this row. So I did 15 rows in all. So we're going to make 2 of these. So I'm just going to simply cut off this end here. So I'm going to leave a generous amount because I'm going to sew it at the back here. So I'm just going to pull through my yarn and leave it there. All right, so we completed the two tails. So I'm just going to use my yarn needle. What I'm going to do is basically sew these together and I space it out a bit. Like this to connect both of them. And then, so I want to ensure that this is secured tightly. This is so beautiful, guys. Oh my god. I get so excited when I'm doing these projects and they're coming out so nice. It's onto the back here. These are very cute, fun ideas. And if you have kids, like a little girl, or you know, if you want to give somebody, and even adults, because I'm making this actually for myself because I like hair accessories. So, and then we're just going to make a knot and just hide our tail right on the hair. And then we're just going to cut off all our loose ends. And this here, we're going to get rid of this. So I actually left a long piece of tail here because just in case I needed to sew anything there. So I'm just going to just secure the end right here and make a knot. And just hide it under here. So, and we are all done. You can just neat up the sides here. Make sure that it's all nice, neat, and even. So for the fun part of this project, we're going to add this clip at the back. So we're going to be attaching it to our hair. So at the back, you can use this little alligator clip or whatever you call it. And we're just going to attach it to the back of our bow. And then, you know, I like to accessorize. So you can accessorize your bow anyhow you wish. I decided I'm going to add this cute little brooch in the center to give it an extra pop. So you can add whatever you wish to your bow. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this tutorial very beneficial. And until next time, bye!